Joining us right now, we've got producer, director, journalist, co-creator Neil Gordon and Mike Petchnick joining us. Good morning, guys. How are you, Neil? How you doing, Mike?
How's it going?
Super. How are you?
Good. We're here to talk to us about this this new 5-part docuseries called Trial Watchers on Amazon. And is this what these are actual people that travel around, just go to trials? That's what they do?
Yes, and my wife was the OG trial watcher. Was happy to spend a few $1,000s to make her happy. She traveled to the Alex Murdaugh trial in South Carolina with a friend, spent several nights in a hotel, food, the whole 9 yards, because she wanted to be in the courtroom. I equate it to wanting to be somewhere where you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's a play, or maybe it's a big sports event.
I was going to say it's like a sporting event.
Yeah,
it's like a sporting event. You don't know the end.
Yep.
Oh, that's something. I never knew there were people who did this until just now.
We didn't know it either until Neil's wife got back from the low country of South Carolina with all of these pictures and videos of people who got to the courthouse at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, waiting to get in to get their ticket to watch the show unfold in front of them. And I said to Neil, man, this is a phenomenon. We didn't know about this. We really need to document these stories. And so Trial Watchers was born.
Now, how many of these did you go to, and how many are the same people? Like I said, are there certain people that just, this is what they do?
That's a great question. We met a lady from Kansas City who came in. She's retired. She has some disposable income. She worked at the university. She's gone from trials. Our episode number 4 is, or is it 5, Mike? You have to correct me. Where it's
number 4. Meet the trial.
Number 4. True crime super fans, and their names are Lori and Christina. They live out on the West Coast. And they went to 4 trials within a 6-month period, including the one with Alec Baldwin that occurred in New Mexico over that accidental shooting and death of a lady on the film set of Rust.
Okay.
And there's so many different reasons. I'll let Mike explain, because Mike actually spoke to a psychologist that studies people who are so passionate about true crime.
Yeah, and the demographic really is 80% women who are into true crime, and that's for a number of reasons. Number one, they love a good mystery. They want to see the good guy prevail and the bad guy go to jail. And in some cases, they follow these trials and these storylines because they want to equip themselves with the knowledge to prevent themselves from becoming victims of a crime. So you watch these stories, okay, well, this lady was murdered walking to the store. I'm going to equip myself with mace and et cetera to protect myself. And so that's why they're into this stuff.
Wow. Now, yeah, is there a I'd say like a what's the word? Like almost like a type of celebrity aspect to these people on trial that they want to be part of that as well? Like,
yes, for sure. I mean, if you look at Court TV, Law and Crime, Dateline, NBC, 2020, they're covering these trials, and the characters are people most of us had not ever heard of prior to these cases, coming to light. We've come a long way since the O.J. Simpson trial, and these cases are covered gavel to gavel. A great example up there in the Northeast is Karen Reed, the woman from outside of Boston who became an overnight phenomenon. Who and now has a book deal and a movie deal pending. Nobody would have heard about her 15, 20 years ago, but because all of this stuff is now top of mind, they become media celebrities. So that absolutely plays a part in why people are so fixated on these cases.
Now, this may be a stupid question, but what are the chances if you show up at these things that you're actually able to get into the courtroom?
Great question. They typically have a bit of a lottery where you stand in line, and depending upon the capacity of the courtroom in a particular municipality, your you're given a ticket, and that's what, as Mike mentioned, people got in line at 4:00 in the morning. And in most cases you can. I mean, it's not thousands of people that are there. I mean, at most it may be hundreds, in some cases less than that. But most people that we found have been able to get in. And, you mentioned the celebrity part. We've conducted several interviews that are on trialwatchers.com that are with these folks that are celebrities, the Vinnie Politans from Court TV, and Mike talked to Nancy Grace at CrimeCon in Nashville, Tennessee. And,
wait, hold on.
CrimeCon?
Tell me more about CrimeCon. I've never heard of this one before. What is CrimeCon?
So if you watch episode 4 of our series, it's called Meet the Trial Watchers, and the backdrop is at CrimeCon, which is the largest true crime convention of its kind on Earth.
Oh, my God.
Guys, there were 6,000 true crime fans who descended upon the Gaylord Hotel there in Nashville last year, and this year's version is going to be in Denver. And we came to sell our book, Trial Watchers, and to also gather content for this documentary series. And Neil and I were floored at the sheer number of folks who came to this event. And it's not like they're there just to, discuss the macabre details of crimes. And they're really there as a family. They're there to, show support to victims of crimes. There were a number of people there who were handing out flyers for missing loved ones and there's a wall outside of the event with pictures of all of these missing folks, from over the decades. And of course they came there to learn. They would watch experts on stage talking about, crime investigations. And for example, the armorist who was involved on the Alec Baldwin trial took the stage and walked the crowd through what it would take for that gun to have gone off on purpose and why it wasn't possible. So, it was just fascinating to talk to these folks.
No, I get it now. So now your series, again, it's a 5-part series. It's called Trial Watchers. This is on Amazon Prime. You can get it, all 5 episodes?
Yeah, and if you can either search it on Amazon, or if you just go to our website, trialwatchers.com, we've got a link that will take you right to the Prime Video series.
Was the O.J. Simpson trial the thing that really kicked this whole phenomenon off?
Yeah, I think so.
I agree, Neil.
We're more. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're more than 30 years ago. In fact, one of the interview clips with Mark Garagos at CrimeCon, the famous attorney who was involved in the O.J. Simpson trial, he was there speaking. Actually, this is a little bit of an aside, but he actually had one of the Menendez brothers on the phone for the crowd, calling in from prison to discuss what was the latest and everything. It was just shocking. It was really interesting. Yeah. But what he what he said is that's what started it all, and that there was a line around the block, and he felt it's just kind of continued because everybody kind of wants to see, like Mike said, the good guy be set free, the bad guy get caught, and people go for so many different reasons. We even profiled a lady in the first, 2 sisters in the first part. Their father was murdered in Atlanta more than 40 years ago, and they go to these trials to seek justice for the justice they never got for their dad, because the people they believe who murdered their dad were never actually arrested or incarcerated, so they still walk free. Whoa. That's their why.
Gotcha. No, you say it that way, it makes sense.
That does.
So now, Neil, your wife, what's her next trial? Does she know where she's headed off to next?
Well, she's thinking about, it's not necessarily a trial, but it's a continuation of the Murdaugh case. On Friday, the sort of disgraced clerk of court, who some people believe tampered with the jury, in which Alec Murdaugh is trying to get a new trial based on that, one of those reasons. She may be going to her hearing where she has a chance to sort of plead on some other type of charges. So, she is planning some different things in the future. And the true crime superfans we talked about from out west, one of them, her husband is a dentist, and a dentist from Colorado is on trial right now. I believe was it for murder, Mike, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, he's accused of murdering his wife, and jury selection started today. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's there in the courtroom watching jury selection.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like you would the NBA draft.
I was just about to say that to you. I was just going to say it's like the NBA draft. You're drafting the jury. You're drafting the players. You're dead on. That's crazy.
That's wild.
All right.
Fascinating. I mean, I went to one hearing, 8 hours on the edge of my seat. Mike covered trials for a living, so he didn't know it, but he was a trial watcher too, a paid trial watcher.
Yeah.
Paid trial watcher, right?
All right. So can you gamble on these things? The outcomes of these?
I'm sure you can.
It's got to be. No, for real.
What's the over/under?
Yeah, exactly.
and the jury.
20 years or life.
Yeah. Once that shows up and DraftKings gets a hold of this,
it's over.
your wife is at the beginning at the forefront of a brand new sport, trial watching.
I think we need to invest in that, Neil.
Yeah, I think you guys already
Amen.
did. Mm-hmm. You did trialwatchers.com.
That's right.
That's very, very, very cool. Well, guys, thank you. I appreciate your time.
Yeah,
I
it's
appreciate you opening our eyes to something new. Always love to hear about something I never knew about. Trialwatchers.com is the website, and you said you got a book out as well?
Yeah, and if you
can buy it
could
there
go
as well.
to, you can buy it there. It links to everything, or just go to Amazon.com and type in the search bar Trial Watchers, whichever is easiest for folks, or Watchers.com. But we appreciate the time for sure, and I went to Ocean City, Maryland in the early 90s, and I miss it. It was great on the beach there, so you live in a great area.
Well, we appreciate that, and we do know it. Listen, you don't have to stay away anymore. You can come back if you want.
Yeah. Statute of limitations is up.
I knew I thought the name Neil Gordon was familiar.
Yep.
Remember?
Yeah, they've been looking for him forever.
Yeah. I'm surprised we're even allowed to talk.
Your license plate doesn't even show up anymore on the cameras.
It's known as the Gordon incident.
That's right. The famous Gordon
Officer,
incident of
I'll
the
put
90s.
back the umbrella. I'll put back the umbrella, I promise.
Mike Petchnick, your name's clear here. I checked you out too. You're good, Mike.
Thanks.
Okay.
I changed my name.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. Good luck with this.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.